Well, hello everyone and welcome. Welcome back to story mode in Final Fantasy XIV and this nice little... kind of looks like we're on a date. Check it out, Minfilia has her own fireplace. When do I get a room with a fireplace? Minfilia, are we ready for the meeting? You were going to call in the Scions? We were going to talk problems? Minfilia wishes to discuss the latest threat to arise in the Black Shroud. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I've received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the primal Ramuh. I'm sorry, may have? Then it is not certain? The Elder Seed Seer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramuh is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the Touched Ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, 'twould surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon, you foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it? I told Papalimo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory? They already summoned Ramuh once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through the forest. And so long as Castramorian stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the Sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I'm put in mind of Titan and the Kobolds. Once again, it's the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Dermot, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramuh can be convinced of your intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramuh's presence. The Elder Seed Seer has requested your personal involvement, Dermin. Pray report to Commander Ul'dah at the Adder's Nest as soon as you're able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will, of course, lend you whatever support you require. Much appreciated. Oh, we are definitely going to be fighting another primal. There's never ever avoiding that, seems like. But okay, let's just go straight to the Adder's Nest. I would snap teleport, but honestly, this is almost as fast. There we are. And then just over this away. This, by the way, is the first session I have recorded since the release of the 6.1 patch following Endwalker, so the servers are a bit busy. People are running around seeing new little bits of story and new little new content that's been added in. By the way, some of this actually might be of interest to some of you. So, I know there's a lot of people who don't get into MMOs because they don't like having to play with other people. They don't like the anxiety of having to play with parties. They want to be able to play like single player RPGs more than this sort of thing. Fortunately for you, so there is a system that was put in place in Shadowbringers, I believe, called Trusts. Basically a system that allowed you to go into story dungeons, not with other players, but with a party full of competent NPC characters. And they continued that system into Endwalker. Starting with patch 6.1, they have been starting to retrofit all the previous story dungeons with NPCs that you can go in with instead of players. They've only got it for just the A Realm Reborn base story now, but if having to play occasionally with other people was something that was holding you back from trying 14 yourself, you can now go through pretty much all of A Realm Reborn entirely solo if you want to. And that's pretty cool. I love that option's been added in, and they are slowly going to be doing the same for basically all the rest of the main story content in the game. You'll still have to party up every now and then, but thanks to these new additions, those instances will be pretty rare, and that's pretty awesome. I love that they're giving people that option. Anyway, I'm here now. Derman of the Scions, your arrival's been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal's ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I'd have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She's of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial, skills may better serve our cause. I'll leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand. I am on my way. Here we are. Hello. The other Scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Oh, of course you may. Really do love this. Just little space in general. It's cool, these little stumps over the water. It's nice. Oh goodness, everyone's here. I see the Sylphs have sent their own representative. There can be no doubt, then. It is said that once Ramuh passes judgment, his wrath is implacable. 'Twould be best to conclude this discussion ere Gridania and its people are placed upon his scales. Whatever the Elder Seedseer is planning, I want you to know that I'll be right there by your side. And I'm sure Y'shtola won't be far behind, even if she does think everything's mankind's fault. I mean, it is so often, though, is the thing, Ida. I'm most curious to hear how the Elder Seedseer means to treat with Lord Ramuh. I, too, am that. Let's go ahead and start that discussion.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the Sylphs, too, have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the 12's wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided.
That'd be nice.
Blessed as you are with the power of the echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
I will do what I can.
You have my thanks. Pray make for little solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands Veorzia shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
All right. Let's go find this, over in Little Solace. Okay. We can just warp right over there. Why not? Haven't really got to hang with the Sylphs in a while. This one has missed them. Hello, hello. Derman of the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramuh himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I would have no doubt you are well suited. I've been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. I can do that. It's not often someone tells me to just stand still. Usually they make me go places. This is refreshing. The Serpent Lieutenant looks about, seemingly awaiting a visitor. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finished their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer.
This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touched Ones summoned Lord Ramuh.
Your timing's impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions?
It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please come with this one.
I will. It's nice being on good terms with beast tribes. We should do this more often. Come on, Quay friend. Let's fly direct. We haven't really gone too far into here before, have we? On camera, I mean. I don't think so. It's kind of an area where where the touched, sort of purple-colored sylphs run things. The ones who are likely to summon Ramuh. Well, the ones who have done that.
Wise ones have ventured deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for Touched Ones.
Touched, by the way, if you don't remember, is sort of the term for those that have been tempered by Ramuh. Tempering, you remember? The sort of brainwashing influence that primals can have over their followers, or basically anyone they can get in close contact with. All these purple sylphs are tempered or touched, as is the word. Like, Tempered is usually like the catch-all term that usually is used for most primals, though there are more specific terms that a lot of the primals have. Like, I think drowned is the term for Leviathan's tempered followers. Tempered is just the one term for Ifrit's followers. I don't remember the one for Titan. I feel like there's one for Titan. I've forgotten it, though. Anyway. I've caught up.
This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramuh, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking One.
All right, then. Fun music in here, though. Here we are. Hello, squad. So, Thancred is Thancred, Papalimo is Papalimo, Y'shtola is Y'shtola, and you are you, right? Well, that's easy enough to remember. This one's name is Ida, in case Walking One was wondering. Joke. I'm joking. Are you having fun with the speech patterns, Ida? I'm glad you're entertaining yourself. Ah, there you are. It is you, isn't it? Have y'all been having problems out here? Don't ask. Suffice it to say, we had something of a situation here. I really feel like I need to ask now. What happened? So, it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of these confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Y'shtola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. The what? Gracious. That's quite enough, Papalimo. Ahem, my apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I've finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say that I've reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Ramuh was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Come, Dermin, the Lord of Levin awaits. Awesome. Oh, and it's starting to rain. This feels fitting. A little bit southeast of here, looks like. This general direction, sort of. Yeah, here we go. Here we are. Uh-huh. They're kind of cute.
Thine order betrays thee, servant of hiding. Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramuh, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning, no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature.
Guys, I know I'm here to, like, make arguments in our favor, but he's making a lot of good points.
Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
I'd almost forgotten I'd collected all these things.
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
No pressure or anything.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
Oh, hello.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramuh, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
There is something very funny about him removing goggles only to reveal another different set of goggles underneath. What a nerd. Well, we gotta do us a fight. And, fortunately, the Lord of Levin never said anything about me having to fight alone. So let us take advantage of that loophole, and I will gather some friends. Be right back. All right, and we got ourselves a crew. What do we got here? Let's see. We got Meika, Pakin, Yukime, Makoto, Sayun, which this might be Sayun's first time joining us. I think the rest of everyone else here has gotten in at least once. Azure Wisp and Tempopo. A good bunch of folks. Yukime is going to be taking main tank so that I have less pressure on me, but I think it's going to be all right. Ramuh can be a little tough, but isn't nearly so tough as he used to be. So this should go. Cat, stop fighting. You're not listening. Cats. No cats. Okay, anyway, we're back. And now we'll go fight Ramuh. So let's see. Here we go. After forging deep into the Sylphlands, you meet with the intimidating guardian deity of the Sylphs, the primal Ramuh. But before he will consider your proposal of peace, the Lord of Levin first demands proof that you possess the strength required to repel the Empire from the Twelveswood. The thunderous entity then vanishes in a blinding flash, leaving the words of his challenge yet echoing in your ears. Enter the Primal's domain and prepare to be measured on the scales of battle. Sounds good. Let's go. Begin. It's kind of nice getting into a fight with a primal on almost good terms, for once. That's a kind of progress, if you think about it. What a beard, though. And here we are, with yet another very good squad. Good and good looking. All right, team, let's do the thing. And I'll try to discuss mechanics as we go. Thou art brave, bringer of light, yet bravery alone will not convince me of thy worth. So there's these little lightning things. We're going to get struck as soon as that goes off, and we don't want to be standing where someone else is going to get hit in addition to us. You want to not stand in that, of course. I'll zoom out a bit so people can see a little easier. Oh, some more of these. Let's all scatter and spread out. Now, there's one status effect that we need to watch out for. Every now and then, one of our party members is going to get hit with a status effect called Terror, and they're not going to be able to move. And the way to break them out of that is to actually stand next to them when you're about to get hit by lightning, so that that'll actually shock them out of it. It looks like Azure Wisp is actually, or was, terrored. Somebody went and helped them. So hooray. Someone's on the ball. There's these lightning balls around as well. You kind of want to collect some of them, because his moves get a little bit stronger the more of these are floating around. I don't want to collect too many of them, because that's going to start, like, risking my own health, but a small number of them are just fine. And there are some other mechanics later on where we might need to pick those up for other reasons. But that's in a later phase of the fight. Prove thy words are more than empty banter. Oh, now there's all these ads. We need to take these out, or else we will die. Not because they'll kill us, but because if they're still standing when he does, like, his big supercharged move, it will go very badly for us. So I'm working on this one. Looks like they already got one of them down. And then there's one other one over there, but they're on it. They're on it. Let's get over here and help finish it off. There we go. I pronounce thy sentence. By the radiance of the Eld be thee judged. So yeah, we wanted to have the ads gone before that. I don't know if that would have instant killed us or just hurt a lot. Either way, this battle shall decide thy fate. Canst thou weather mine awakened ire? So far, yes. And it looks like Scion is just terrored. Where are they? Where are you? Oh, you're over here. Okay. Oh, and they're tethered. Oh, that's not ideal. So if you get tethered, then one of the two people who gets tethered needs to... No, it looks like I'm tethered now. If you get tethered to another person, one of the two of you needs to pick up 3 of those lightning orbs in order to break the tether and stop you from getting hurt. Because if you do moves, if you do attacks and stuff while you're tethered, then you will take damage. So you need... One person needs to stand still and not do things. The other person needs to try to collect orbs till you're both free. And now Sion's gonna save me. Thank you. Now I'm not tethered anymore. Oh, the ads are back. Oh, and now I'm tethered, so I'm gonna start collecting orbses. There's not enough orbses. No, there's one. Need more orbs. I can't do things. I probably could and be fine, but why be reckless? Here's an orb. Give to me, orb. Need one more here. There we go, there we go, here we go, here we go. No, I needed that one. It's gonna be fine. We've almost got him. My participation in these fights has always been strictly aesthetic. And for show. These people are handling everything. I've been doing raids so much, it's weird having a fight last more than 5 seconds. Oh, are we not free of this yet? Come on, orb, 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 orb. Free! Are we not free? I need more orbs. I guess the orbs are wearing off. I'm not getting them fast enough. Ah, we beat him. We'll just be tethered forever. All right, we did it, everybody. Good job. Thank you all so much for the help and for joining and making time. You're all so lovely, and I appreciate it. And so stylish. And so dancey. You all have such good dances. I need more. Dermot needs more dances. This one needs more dances. He'll work on that. But thank you all. Thank you all for joining. I'm going to go outside and get this story going again. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light.
And...
and I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
You're putting a lot of pressure on me, man. Thanks for not killing all of us, though, I guess. Enjoy the show.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Assyrians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Sounds good. Let's get back there. Job's done, everyone. Problem handled. You can all rest easy. Dermot, you've returned. Dare I ask how Ramuh received your visit? He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well then that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest's champion of peace. You've performed a monumental duty this day, Dermot. The Elder Seed Seer must be informed of your deeds at once. Is that... Are you going to make me do that, or are you guys going to... You're going to make me do that. I don't know why I'm asking. The Serpent Lieutenant is ready to send you on your way. The Elder Seed Seer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Of course. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The Conjurer at Nofika's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Dermot. Sounds good. All right. Let's head on over there. Not the right place. Okay. Getting closer. There we go. That's better. That was weird. Welcome back, Honored Scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see you return. The Elder Seed Seer awaits you within. All right. Sounds great. Let's go talk. How do you guys always get places before me? You're all so fast. Share your secrets. Ah, the hero of the hour. Let us not keep the Elder Seed Seer waiting. I fancy my presence was more help than hindrance during our troubles with Leviathan, but this time around, well, even I have my off days. We all do. You should have seen Maxio when we got back to Little Solace. Grateful's an understatement. I thought he was going to shake Papalimo's hand off. 'Twould seem that Ida's appraisal of the situation held some merit after all. Mayhap I should not be so swift to discount her intuition. Ida is smarter than she acts.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Much appreciated. I will take any bit of Eorzea leader cooperation I can get.
Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
All right. How's it going, folks? 'Twould seem that Ida's a... All right, we already had these conversations. Yep. Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Dermin? I'd hoped Lord Ramuh could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger, too, was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Dermin? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Why not? Let's head back. Home sweet home. Oh, people have shuffled around. I bet they say new things. Duty calls. Well, no matter the task, I have faith you will see it through to the end. Thank you. How are you doing, Tataru? Take care, Dermin. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures when you return. I just did return. I've been gone, you know. I was doing important things. Hey, Mr. Dermin, what's a Ramuh? Is it cute and fluffy like a horse bird? It is definitely not. I mean, parts are fluffy, I guess. There's a very large beard. I tried substituting native ingredients several times, but the result was but a pale imitation of authentic Doman cuisine. You'll get there. Mayhap one day we shall accompany you into the field, but for now we must see to less glamorous duties. Worried about leaving us alone? Don't be. While the Archons are away, Hoary Boulder will keep the little ones safe. I appreciate that, thank you. Yozan, how you doing? Mr. Darami, is it true you're going to go adventuring again? I'm so jealous. Why does everyone think I'm going you know what, I actually probably am going somewhere. I'll come here to talk, and then I'll get sent off to a new place. Everyone else has figured this out. I'm the one who needs to catch up to the program. All right, I'm here to report. Welcome back, Dermin. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramuh precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Sounds great. I'm interested.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence.
Sounds great.
In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
I do appreciate the review.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Thanks for the visual aids, guys.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
It's feeling very Kingdom Hearts in here. The Lord of Levin is returned to the Ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramuh's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whorl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man. Hydaelyn's servant grows mightier by the day. Yet he prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it innervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is a task to which we bend our every effort. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken on Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. It's neat. It's been so long since I saw a lot of these scenes. It's interesting seeing bits and pieces that I'd completely forgotten again. Anyway, y'all, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time as we continue the 2.3 patch of main story. Do take care, every one of you, and goodbye.